What's going on? What's going on?
Hold on a second, nah.
We getting it together.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, can I hear you?
Hey.
You are loud.
Expose the podcast.
Okay, I'm gonna
we have a special guest hiding behind the scenes.
Can I hear you? Oh, you sound so good.
Are you clipped on?
Yeah, I'm clipped on.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
This video is gonna air whether you're ready or not.
Okay.
That's what you did to me last week.
Oh, so it's payback?
Yeah.
Are we being petty?
Weekend, yes.
See, you haven't figured that out yet.
The petty can be real. Yes. Yes. I 2020, you acknowledge the petty. Maybe by 2021,
you know what?
You'll be done with the petty.
No.
So yes, she got me while we was just chatting and laughing, and I didn't know we were. Here we go again.
Oh man,
I'm gonna get you.
You already got me, but I'm Natalie Hayden,
and I'm LaVerne Badger,
and this is Expose the podcast.
What's up?
What's going on? So how's your day going? I mean, what's going on? How are you doing? You look nice.
I'm good, thank you. Today is first day back to work with, off of vacation and the holidays and stuff, and trying to get it together. So it was a busy day.
Okay.
But it's all good. It's all
so
good. What about you?
So you're done with like all your vacations and stuff? Like
no.
Done? Oh.
We got a vacation coming up in February.
We do.
Your birthday isn't. It's your birthday.
It's my birthday. It's my birthday. As I sit here and I'm playing with my toes on.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I just think I'm.
So February is your birthday. We're planning on going to see.
What's love got to do with it? Is that
I don't think that's it. I think it's Tina Turner on Broadway. I think it's
actual Tina Turner.
No. It's the Tina Turner. I thought it was the Tina Turner. What's love got to do with it? But I think it's a Tina Turner concert.
I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that
I
either.
don't want to.
Jesus, because I thought you. I was thinking when I realized that, I was like, I don't want to go do that. Now, if it was the What's Love Got to Do with It,
and so
on Broadway, I'm here for that.
Okay, yeah.
But
so maybe we have a misunderstanding, but I thought that it was specifically Tina Turner, like the movie, The Broadway,
right?
On Broadway. Now I'm for that.
I'm all for that too, but this. For a fake Tina to do a concert, no. I don't know.
So we going to like an imitation type Beyonce and Michael Jackson type of thing? No, we're not.
We're gonna have to look into that some more.
Yeah. So
stay tuned for what we're doing for Natalie's birthday.
It's no big
deal.
deal.
Gospel Fest is coming to Pfizer Forum in April.
Who's gonna be there?
I don't know, but I'm getting tickets. I put it in my phone for when the tickets go on sale.
That's gonna be one Holy Ghost filled.
Won't he do it, Jesus? Won't he do it?
One episode she cussing you out. The next minute, won't he do it?
I'm a work in progress. God know he's not through with me yet.
So, me neither.
So yeah, it's got some stuff going, but that's one of the things I do want to do because I think it's in April. I feel like it's in April, but the tickets are getting ready to go on sale on the 15th.
Oh, so you've already
it's in my phone. It's in my phone to go and figure out those tickets. I'm sure people done snatched up. I'm hoping that they know that poor people want to hear Jesus too. So we ain't just got tickets, 200 plus tickets. We want to be able to see.
Well, let me tell you.
And not be in the nose.
So no. So have you been to Pfizer Forum yet?
No, I have not.
Okay, so for those of you who have never been to Pfizer Forum, this is the newest stadium in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Has the pleasure of providing that to many entertainers and sports industries. But it is no lie, every seat in the house is a great seat. And we don't just say that for the sake of saying it, but they really built Pfizer Forum in mind that
So
everybody can have a
good
wonderful
seat.
experience. Yes.
Okay.
So Pfizer Forum is amazing. You can go up all the way at the top at the panoramic view area and look all the way down at the court, and you still will be blown away.
We need to do a tour one day.
Yeah,
You've been there many times, but I still have not.
Pfizer Forum is pretty dope. It's a lovely addition to the Metro Milwaukee area. That's where the 2020 DNC will be held and all of that.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to sponsor any of that. Shout out.
You're crazy.
That's all I'm saying.
Man.
Did you say who you were? For
Yeah.
those who are new to the podcast.
I said I was Natalie Hayden.
Did you?
Did
I say I was LaVerne Badger?
Okay. Well, I'm Natalie Hayden.
And I'm LaVerne Badger.
And this is Exposed the Podcast if you're 20 minutes in and don't know who it is.
Who the heck we are.
You know. But, we're kicking off the new year. We got many things that's filling up on our calendars. And we're super excited about it. We have some opportunities to reach back, give back. But today specifically, what are we talking about?
Reaching back.
Oh yeah, I just said that.
Yeah.
Today we're talking about,
reaching
back. So
what does reaching back mean to you?
well, reaching back means, teach one, each one. What I learned, I pass it along to someone else. When you get, you give type of thing. And I think we talked about this in our 2020 Vision podcast. If you haven't heard that podcast, download, listen, check it out so you can
check out our YouTube channel. Yeah.
Become familiar with what we specifically were talking about when it relates to reaching back. But I always refer back to the late great Maya Angelou when it comes to just pouring yourself out with information that someone has shared with you. And it's not my right to just hold on to it. But I want to make sure that I'm emptying myself out, with the expectations that a possible mentor or a friend or someone that's pouring into me, that I can continue to. It's like a cycle of life.
Right.
Right.
So I absolutely hate it, and I think I've said this before, when people say, "Oh, I did that by myself. I did it alone."
Right.
Like I'm a self-made millionaire.
Or we got here by ourselves.
Yeah, nobody helped me. Nobody helped me do nothing.
I don't know anybody like
Get
that.
the freaking frat out of here with all of that. But you like the new word, freaking frat?
It's all right. It's growing on me. I just think you better off just saying.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh boy, yeah. I mean, it's just.
She ain't supporting my effort. Do y'all like freaking frat? I like freaking frat.
Hey, whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Whatever works for you.
So I hate when people say that, because you don't get somewhere by yourself. Now, I think when people try to say that they're saying like they had such a struggle and they had to power through, and then maybe that someone has betrayed them,
or they were disappointed along the way.
Right, but at the end of the day, it still was someone who either gave you money, gave you a chance, allowed you to be seen, allowed you to be heard somewhere, somehow down, allowed your work to be recognized. You know what I'm saying? It's not alone. You just can't do something alone. And so us talking about reaching back, just that we have to reach back. It's just all those things that you were just saying. We have to be able to say someone showed us or respected us and loved us and saw enough in us to motivate us, love on us, mentor us,
plant a seed in us,
planting a seed in us. And who is it? It's just, you have to give back. Who am I not to say that I'm gonna give back personally? Now, giving back information. If anybody asks me, and I think is it a cultural thing when people don't want to give back because they think then someone will take that
and capitalize on it,
right, and do more with it than you did with it?
Now, well, I have had some different experiences when I lived somewhere else regionally. When I lived in Washington, D.C., and I was among us as Black Americans, these Black Americans had a different mindset from what I was used to with me living here predominantly in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
And what was that mindset?
That mindset was, I have enough, but I want to see you do well. So these people, they just gave endlessly and just without a thought, and they just wanted to see you do well. And it wasn't anything that was taken away from them. It actually was a benefit for them to help you excel, because in return you can help someone else.
Absolutely.
And that's what I think that is what I was able to take back and bring with me back when I returned to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, was that you have to, just because you have people that have not expanded their thinking of this poverty type of thinking, like if I give you this, I'm gonna be drained and you're taken away from me, right, and you're gonna do better than me. You have to think beyond that. Right. And so I just wanted to make sure, well, hey, we're all out here trying to get it. Let's try to get it together.
Right. And,
while we're at it, you don't have to give from a place of an abundance. You can give right where you are.
Right.
You know?
I agree. But, everybody doesn't see it. And so we did some pouring. We ended the year pouring into some young girls. But we get asked all the time different things about, how did you start the podcast? Mm-hmm. It was some trial and error of things that we were learning and we were researching.
And we just started. We just didn't, we didn't wait for all the pieces of the puzzle to align. We just trusted.
How we didn't. And we were like fish out of the water, just flopping around. But we were like, okay, we're on to something.
Yeah.
And then people pour into you and you get, but we ran into those scenarios where we're like, I know they know how to help us, and they're choosing not to, or they're not returning a phone call.
Or, sometimes that's our own personal thought. I think there are things that can play in our mind where we're like, well, we think that they know.
They knew.
So,
Natalie is, again, this is Frit and Frat right here, mm-hmm, and Miss Positive. But I think but there are some people out there, and this particular person I feel like was
very aware.
Was aware.
Okay.
And because people could say that about us. They could say
they gotta know. They gotta know that we were,
this is true. And we, because what we're supposed to be doing, we went and someone wants, we're not gonna say it yet because we haven't signed anything, but we're gonna be working with some kids in the podcast, right?
Right.
They want us to come and talk about the podcast, but we like, shoot, what are we getting ready to learn from them?
We want to know what we can learn from them.
Because they looked like when we went to go visit this place, like they were a little bit more advanced than we were in regards to equipment. And mm-hmm, there's some things that the instructor was saying that made us say, we don't know about that. But it's the perception that we know more than what we do, because we've kind of figured it out, and it works in the lane that we are
and at the end of the day, I feel like we don't know it all. There's still things that we are learning, and we're still at the seat of just learning, and we're open to that. So we're going in with the idea and the lens that we're going to learn something from these young people that mm-hmm, are doing podcast, and we're excited for that opportunity. So it's always an opportunity for us to not only, we think that we're being brought in for one thing, but then we leave out with this, right, with all these other things that have happened that's just so magical.
Yeah.
So the reach back has definitely taken off, and it's something that I feel like, I know I'm speaking for us, I want us to be known for that. Where
that's good, right?
Yeah, when people say we know that
LaVerne and Natalie will do that.
They'll do that.
Natalie and LaVerne will do that, and they'll help you out. And I think people do have been already reaching out to us, and we're helping. Mm-hmm. But then even when we offer, just give us a call, they always seem so surprised that we would be willing to share information.
Yeah, So even if someone was to ask us all the ins and outs, we would totally.
Right.
Just
here's what we know.
This is all that we know, and this is what we think that could actually help you go in this direction. But we challenge you guys to even think about what are some ways that you can reach back. What else? I mean, just like, you don't have to have a platform. You don't have to be this great big, because we're not great.
Right. The person
anything.
in the grocery store who's short, scrapping up, short for $5 or something like that. And you be like, I got you.
Yeah.
The person behind you, if you in Starbucks, and be like, I got that coffee for that next person. Or
you're cleaning and you're decluttering your house, and you know that there could be somebody at your job that could benefit and utilize these things, and it could be like their treasures to your trash.
Right.
Right. Take that and just be like, you know what? I have no more use for this. Is this something that
what's her name? I forgot to tell you. I won't say her name. The clothes I gave.
Yeah.
I got a message.
I
got a message saying thank you for the clothes.
And just so you know, that was the greatest gift for her. She was literally in tears, and she was like, I didn't get anything for Christmas.
Really?
This is stuff that I needed. I went to this store, couldn't find anything, and this was everything to me.
Really?
So yes.
Wow. I meant to tell you that. I'm sorry. I totally forgot to tell you.
Well, she told me that she connected with you anyhow.
Oh, okay.
So. But yes, I knew it, and I was just like, I'm glad that I could just pass this along. I didn't know who I was going to give it to, but I knew that you would want it to go and land in somebody's hands that would actually use it.
Right. And it had been sitting at the door waiting for me to take it to Goodwill or something like that. But I'm glad that it was somebody I actually know that really could benefit from it and not feel some type of way because I'm handing you something down. And again, anything that I'm handing down is stuff that's really good. I hate when people hand stuff down and it wouldn't be stuff you would even wear anymore.
Yes.
Not because you can't fit it, but because it's so
trash.
worn. Yeah, mess in the garbage. Why pass on something? I'm looking at, your girl ain't getting in this no more.
Right.
Or I just don't like it anymore. I bought it, thought I liked it, didn't like it. And then just give it to somebody else. So yeah, I still got some. I'm gonna get Mr. Badger. Mr. Badger is actually hiding over on the sidelines.
He's here with us. He is our coach.
Yes.
He is our coach.
Yeah. So I'm actually getting him to clean out his closet one day and have a bunch of stuff for some young people, some older people, and find a place for. Because if you know Richard has some nice stuff.
And he can dress pretty nicely. I wish y'all could see him today because he looks like he's from HBCU college prep right now. He dressed to the line.
He cute.
But I'm just going to throw something out there. I think the next male panel, I think we should ask some of the men that have things that they wanted to
donate and
bring it there.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
Just a little, thought. But
ain't she the bomb.com, y'all.
I think in the reach back too, like you said, the quality of like your giving should match. Like if you want treat the person the way you want it to be treating. So the quality of your giving should also be something that you would want to receive.
Like even if you're giving food,
would you serve this to your family?
Right. If there's nothing wrong with generic food, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with Aldi's. Aldi's is made of
Actually, Aldi's is the bomb. Let's go off a little rant about Aldi's, because Aldi's will get you your whole life. If you're into meal prepping, if you're into organic, if you're into fresh, if you're into value, budget, saving, all of those things. If you're trying to eat at home, like what most of us should be doing.
I just absolutely hate grocery shopping, but Aldi's is the truth.
Aldi's is the truth.
And I hadn't been in there in a few years.
They rebranded it.
I went over the summer, and I was like, what you say now? Aldi's they got a whole bakery section and stuff, and I hadn't been in there in a long time. But if I were to give somebody some Aldi items, I wouldn't be looking at it now like it was a downplay, because I would eat Aldi's. But don't go giving me the cereal in the black and white box because you donating some stuff. You donating some stuff, and that wouldn't be the cereal you feed your family. Because they're in a situation where they need it, they're supposed to get less quality. Now, if that's all you can donate, then that's fine. But let's like you said, let's be equal. Let's treat them as if I had to go to a food pantry, which I have had to do before.
Ditto.
And you getting this stuff and you like,
this is off the brand.
What am I supposed?
What is this?
But it ain't even off the brand. It's off the brand, and who getting ready to eat this and it's expired? Or you giving me some canned stuff and I'm looking at it and it's expired. So
no quality.
So when you're reaching back and giving back, make sure that quality is there as well. So I just think that it is what we put out in the world. I really believe we're going to get that back.
It's the circle of life, y'all.
It's the circle of life.
It's the circle of life. It is Sankofa.
I got some stuff going on.
Back,
yes, I got some stuff going on in the family right now, but I just pray that some of my family members understand that what they put out there is going to come back, and
I take that personal. Ooh, that's just so personal.
You just got to come, it's going to come back. Yeah. So on that note, that we just continue to do the best that we can do.
Yes.
And help somebody along, whether it's kids, whether it's young adults, whether it's our elders,
ourselves.
Ooh, come on, I've been here with ourselves.
Yeah.
Just do what if you had to stand before God right now, would He be proud of you?
What would your account be?
Would He be proud? And that's the movement now. Is what I do, would He be proud? I'm not perfect, and there's gonna be plenty moments if I ask myself that He gonna say no.
So let me ask you this question. So say, for instance, you were somewhat led, guided, in tune with the spirit, all of that, right? And, helping somebody out. And what if this person's character, and they were like a lot, speaking of biblical terms, Lot wasn't all that great, but Lot produced years later Jesus Christ. So we may not I went to church yesterday, I'm feeling it. But what I'm saying is, we may see an opportunity to pour into someone, but this person may not, they may not be all that right. Is it for you to sort of make that judgment call to say, well, you know what? Since you ain't living right, are we all living right? I'm just saying. But they ain't living right. So you know what? My giving is going to be a little bit halfway stepping.
So you want to give to the righteous?
And that's it.
That's it. The ones who don't need it.
Don't need it, yes. So I think even when it comes to our giving, we have to make sure our alignment and how we're deciding and making sure there's no judgment attached to that. Right. Because I'm sure many of us have had some Lot, quote unquote, moments in our lives, and someone still looked out for us. Right. The grace. Okay, so now we're going to have a spiritual moment, a spiritual little minute.
How has God been good to you? Girl, don't get me crying up in here. I'm just saying, when you think about it, think about not just the people so we've been talking about people who pour into us and giving back and stuff like that. At the end of the day, it's what God has said, putting things in alignment for us. It's a
predestined grace and mercy.
Right. And because He knows where we're supposed to be going. We don't know. But I do believe and feel that where we're going, the things are going to just line up. Everything is just going to line up. But with it lining up for us, it is setting it up for us to line it up for somebody else.
So it's those that are behind us, and I think
so they picking up our nuggets as we go, as we move forward and continue to level up. We have to leave nuggets behind,
and that is where legacy comes into play.
There you go.
So we have to talk that legacy language where we have to be leaders when you have people that are not necessarily the greatest leaders, and sometimes we can fall short of that too. But you know, when you think about like how you communicate with people and the spirit of like get going and taking action and being a person of your word and integrity, like those things, though, all of that is what leaves a legacy. Though, you know, those things working simultaneously together.
Right.
So what I'm doing is no longer about me and what I've been through. Now it's about those behind us, and that's why we continue to choose to give back and reach to those that may not just know.
Right.
Like, I mean, can you think about it for a moment? Some of us just don't know.
We just don't know.
And so
how it wasn't that long ago, if you think about it, how much we didn't know.
Yes.
How much we just did not know.
And we needed someone. I had a praying aunt that just would throw oil on me as soon as I stepped past the threshold. I'd be like, why is she doing this?
Right.
But she was intentional, and she was creating and making seeds and planting seeds. And you just never know when a person may get it, but it came around.
Yeah.
So for that, I'm thankful.
I'm thankful. I'm extremely thankful, and just thankful for everything that we are receiving, what we have received, and what we're going to be receiving. So what's going on right now, just kind of figure out and be in the moment. Although it's hard for me to be in the moment, I'm always trying to figure out what the next thing is, the next, and prepare for that. But I'm just extremely thankful. I'm thankful for, you know, my family and stuff, you know, because when we go through Facebook, we were looking for things that was happening in the community, and you go through Facebook and you listen to the news, and there's just never a reason for me to complain.
Yep.
You know, I know it's okay to complain, you know.
And there's a space that's, you know, like allotted for us to do all of that, but
and be disappointed. We can allow ourselves
there's a
to
time
be disappointed.
for everything, right?
But there are people who are out there who have it
way worse than us.
Worse. And so
yeah, with that being said,
oh girl,
reaching back, huh?
Reaching back.
Well, Expose is reaching back, and we challenge you all to join us in that reach back challenge, or reach back project, or project reach back, whatever you want to call it.
Reach back. Go ahead and hashtag reach back.
And share with us, how are you reaching back this year? What are you doing? What missions do you have in place to look out for someone else? Right. So I'm Natalie Hayden.
And I'm LaVerne Badger.
And this is Exposed, the podcast.
I'm gonna get that tone right. I think I'm gonna get some vocal lessons or something to come in and get that together.
Expose the podcast, yeah. Yep. That's what we're gonna do.
We out of here,
all right,
y'all.
Guys, bye.
Bye.